Hi, welcome to my playthrough of The Long Dark, my second stream, and I've set things up a little bit differently now. I'm streaming through the PS4 still, but I'm trying to use a different way of streaming using Lightstream, which means that it makes things a lot more simple for me, and hopefully things will run a lot smoother. But yeah, if you come across this later on watching a video or on YouTube, welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm not expecting many to turn up if any today. As I said last time, I'm brand new to this, so I'm still figuring out the streaming world, but I'm not brand new to The Long Dark. And I thought what would be fun, because it had been a while, is that I start by streaming the challenges again. There's quite a few challenges that I haven't done before, partly because I'm used to playing on the slightly easier or custom based difficulty levels, so I haven't played as the Dead Sleep and Escape the Darkwalker. I am aware of how difficult they are, and I have watched quite a few playthroughs of how difficult they are, so we shall wait and see if I get there. But today we're starting with one of the easiest challenges, NOMAD, because I remember finding it really fun last time I did it, and it's a nice easy way to get back into the challenges of The Long Dark, and also to share on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, so if you know me and you don't know The Long Dark, then this will be really helpful and brand new to you. If you do know The Long Dark, then this will be probably a piece of cake, and the way I play the game might drive you crazy, but welcome and thanks for watching anyway. So your NOMAD is surviving 3 days at each location listed in your journal. So if we go across to the journal, these are the locations that we need to be spending time in. So 3 days in each of these locations across the map. And as this is a fairly old challenge, these locations spawn across many of the maps of The Long Dark, but not a lot of the brand new areas of The Long Dark. So these areas, so the top 4 are Mystery Lake, then Barn, Radio Control Hut, Skeeter's Ridge, Rural Store are all here in Pleasant Valley. I believe it started me at the farmhouse in Pleasant Valley. Quonset Garage, Abandoned Lookout, Quonset Garage and Abandoned Lookout are both in Coastal Highway. Mountaineer's Hut is in Timberwolf Mountain. Lonely Lighthouse and Stone Church and Cinder Hills Coal Mine, yeah, they're all in Desolation Point. And Crumbling Highway Basement is in a transition zone between Coastal Highway and Desolation Point. So these are very much the old school original maps of the game. Yeah, so let's see what we've got. Because this is the easiest challenge in the game, it's also the easiest easiest difficulty. So there'll be quite a lot of loot available.
I can use this.
Oof, terrible clothing and shoes. There will be an abundance of food, and the whole point isn't just to store things like you do in Survivor mode in The Long Dark. It's just to have enough stuff with you to survive each 3 days in each location. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run around and do a wee bit of looting. Oh, actually just wanted to grab the firewood. Oh, that's right, I don't have a hatchet. I've been playing Survivor for quite a while. I've got a 250 day Survivor that on my last stream I actually just got over the 250 day point. And so I'm used to having most things with me, and it's been ages since I've started a brand
This
new
stuff will come in handy.
fresh save. So there's things like that antiseptic I never pick up in my main save, because Old Man's Beard is a much lighter item to carry around with you, and it's a natural item that you can replenish yourself. I try to limit my weight, because that's one of my greatest downfalls in playing The Long Dark, is that I like to play with way too much stuff in my pack. But if you're brand new to the Long Dark, basically the gist is you are surviving. Your 4 bars in the bottom left of my screen there, the temperature, how tired you are, how thirsty you are, how hungry you are. So the idea is to keep those in good enough check so that the bar down the bottom left that has the heart next to it, which is your life bar, doesn't drain to the point where you die. That's the gist. But yeah, there's quite a lot to it in terms of crafting.
I'll take it.
Traveling around, looting, surviving. There's so many tricks and tips about how to keep alive, and there's some very, very advanced and clever players on both Twitch and YouTube that you should check out if you are interested in seeing the gameplay to its full potential. I like to play games for the escapism element. I don't really play for, oh my god, let's see how hard I can play a game and challenge myself. Though I am getting a little bit better at taking on more challenges recently, because I know the game so well. I feel like I really should just get off my butt a bit more. So I'm just picking up all the different bits and pieces that will be useful. And then I will go upstairs and loot, and then I will basically take a thorough stock take of everything I have before we move on to our first location.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Hopefully the way I move the camera isn't jarring to anybody. I am playing on PlayStation 4, so it's not a simple straight mouse movement. It is moving obviously little joysticks, but hopefully it's not uncomfortable to watch. Let's go upstairs. Yeah, and because I'm new to streaming, I'm trying to introduce myself every time I start a stream as well, because yeah, trying to get people to know me a little bit.
This'll come in handy.
My name is Kat. I am from New Zealand, if you couldn't tell from the voice already, and I'm a mum of 2. I am currently on a year's parental leave looking after my young daughter who's 3 months old, and I am streaming because I love the Long Dark, and that's going to be what my channel focuses on. And I'll just be streaming every now and then, once a week or so, while she naps, and I'll be pushing the streams to YouTube. Someone wants to watch, cool. If no one wants to watch, also cool. I will give it I'll give it a few months, and if no one's interested in watching, then I'll go back to playing the Long Dark just for me. But yeah, I love watching people play the Long Dark on YouTube and Twitch, and I love the community of the game, so I thought I would dive in and give it a go too.
I think I can use this.
So I am just collecting everything. I may not want everything that I'm picking up. I may not need half the stuff I'm picking up, especially when I'm just looking to survive and not create a base or anything. But I like to clear the location as much as I can so that I know what I'm working with. No, I didn't. Before
This stuff will come in handy.
move on. Because at the very start of any game, whether it's Survivor or a challenge, you are going to be particularly cold because your clothing will be rubbish, and you're not going to have a lot of tools. For example, tools you really sort of need are preferably I like to have a knife,
I'll take it.
a hatchet, or a hacksaw, and I like to have a lantern if I can find one. Otherwise, yeah, you've got to live by torches. And I like to have a little bit of food, and I mean, ideally I would love to find a weapon of some kind, so that when I'm running across all these maps, I am not gonna get mauled and eaten. In case you haven't noticed, I kind of like to do things. Oh, there's 2 coats. I kind of like to do things in like a come up the stairs and follow around in like a anti-clockwise sort of measure before going back downstairs. And that to me reminds me that I've not missed any rooms or anything. Cool. So I'm going to go down to the basement. This is this door here, and see what's down there, and then I will from there look at getting a move on, getting out of here. I'm not going to pick up things like dusting sulfur or anything to make bullets because that's not going to happen. I'm not going to go anywhere near anywhere that can make bullets. As far as I know, the only 2 bullet making locations are in there's a Bleak
Nobody
Inlet
needs this anymore.
and the newest map, Black Rock, and I'm not going to either in this challenge. Also means that when I do find a weapon and I shoot something, I'm not going to be picking up my bullets. There's no point. Ooh. It may also seem a bit clunky and counterintuitive to play with PlayStation 4 because so many people are used to playing on PC, but I have predominantly played The Long Dark on, I don't have a Pro, on PlayStation. So PlayStation is what I know and what I love. And yeah, that's how I intend to play. And yeah, like I said, this is the easiest. I think this is Voyager with perhaps slightly not as challenging wildlife, so it's going to be pretty easy in terms of predators.
This will come in handy.
And I'm already finding really like good clothing, food and drink. Like I found a whetstone, I found a can opener. Leather, excellent. What's this? Oh look, there's something was in that corner. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got here. So if we just sort by A to Z, actually I'm just going to go through each section. So I've got an accelerant. I like to have one of those on board. A couple of books is good. Magnifying lenses are really handy. You can light fires without matches on a sunny day. And then we've got first aid. I probably don't need 2 of those. Let's drop the one that's not so good. 2 lots of painkillers, probably good because I'm, like I said, I'm always carrying far too much stuff, and that means that I get too heavy and I get sprains. I'm pretty sure the plaid shirt is better than anything I've got. Wool socks are always better than sports socks. Climbing socks are better than wool socks. These are both terrible. It's fine, I'm going to repair stuff. I want decent boots. Work pants I got before. And then I've got a cotton scarf and a wool scarf. Okay, so I think that's probably the best that I'm going to have. I'm going to drop the excess and just see what I can repair. You sort by the star in the middle. You get the worst clothing and you can repair from worst to best. And luckily I have picked up a sewing kit already. I don't want those wool socks. I may have to pick up some of that clothing again and harvest it. Otherwise, the other tip is whenever you're in a location like a cabin, you can rip apart all the curtains, which I can do in my next location. So let's just pick those 2 back up. I don't want to waste too much time here. I just want to have some clothing that's not completely destroyed. Oh, it is taking me a bit long though. I may have to make a dash for it in a second. How long to harvest? 10 minutes. Okay, after harvesting this, I'm going to make a move. And I can maybe do some repairs in the next location. Right, food. I've got loads of water. I've got tea. I've got coffee. Excellent. I've got cans. You'll see the things that are yellow are the condition for them isn't so great. But that's okay. I think 20% really and under is what you worry about when you're on these lower difficulties. And the drinks can be kind of any percentage and you won't get food poisoning from them. Because that is unfortunately part of the game. And I've got sewing kit, I've got a can opener, I've got lantern fuel if I find one, I've got a fishing tackle. I mean, I've even got bullets, so I'm pretty stocked. And then I've got leather, 4 bandages, cloth. I mean, this is a really good starting loot for me. I'm pretty happy with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to start our first 3 nights in the radio control hut if I can get there. So let's just see what the situation is out here. Crouch before you leave in case there's predators. Also, I'm recording this on the 29th of March in New Zealand, and yesterday the Oscars, which I did not watch, but due to Twitter and my own mother calling me, it was quite a scandalous sort of an event, wasn't it? There's a lot of discourse around whether Will Smith should be getting any repercussions from what he did, but there's also a lot of people defending him. And oh look, should get that and go back down to that locker downstairs.
I think I can use this.
And then there's a lot of people who are saying, well, you know, he shouldn't have reacted that way, which I kind of fall more into that camp, but I can understand his wife having alopecia and having talked about it publicly. And yeah, it's quite the scandal. You could argue that the Academy has long got a history of honouring bad people for, you know. But hey, it made it interesting.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
They were really worried about the ratings, weren't they? Which is quite funny because everybody's talking about the Oscars now. Okay, so the weather out there is not amazing, though I didn't seem to lose any heat particularly. What I really need to do is get to the road and follow the road to the end and go up the mountain to the radio control hut. I may encounter wolves and a bear on my way, we shall see. So my way of travelling through here, I'm used to being in a slightly high difficulty. I quite often play on Stalker Custom, or I play on Voyager if I'm just, you know, trying to get achievements or just to relax and enjoy the game. I'm not an interloper player. I have nothing but respect for people who play interloper on a regular basis, but it is not my thing. I'm not not into that kind of suffering. Kind of want to get there before it's dark. That's why I'm going to do a little bit of running. There's a deer to my left and to my right. Doesn't look like there's wolves or the bear out around here right now. We'll see what happens when we get to the road. There's bunnies. Hi bunnies. So Pleasant Valley is the map that they start you in for this challenge, and I will say that I do not consider this map to be, you know, particularly pleasant, which is basically the joke. I think most people hate this map purely due to the weather. The weather is incredibly unpredictable and changeable in Pleasant Valley, and I don't particularly like it. I also find there's too many wolves, and yeah, I'm just not a fan. Not going to loot very much here. Oh, there's another flare. I was hoping to take the gloves for leather. I was hoping to find another flare because these are good deterrents for the wolves until I hopefully find a weapon. But yeah, the goal for today, I'm just going to do another short stream. I'm getting myself up to Signal Hill. Unfortunately, the challenge is sitting around a whole lot. So you need to have food and water to basically pass time in locations. Pass time, sleep until you've hit your 3 days in each location. Pretty sure there's not like a 24-hour predator like setting in a challenge, but I'm not seeing anything. It's quite interesting. Usually these big plains here, I've got quite a few wolves prowling around, and there's usually a bear, though he's not always going to spawn. I'd say that it's similar to like the custom settings where bears turn down to low, moose will probably be none, and then things like rabbits and deer will be high, and then wolves may perhaps be spawning further away from you. The reason I'm going up the hill is because I like to be able to see what's up on the road ahead. And when I get to the pathway up to Signal Hill, I want to make sure the bear is not patrolling it. I do put myself at risk for breaking an ankle though, or spraining an ankle or a wrist. And because I'm going not particularly far, I'm not collecting, as you'll notice, I'm not like collecting all the sticks or anything at this point. I'm just going to take a little look-see. Have come face to face with the bear walking up this pathway far too many times for my own liking. It's not down the bottom here. I wonder if I can just go around this bit without breaking something. Can I do this? It's been ages since I've done this. So if I had a custom game with sprains turned off, I'd be walking all the way along this mountain like this with the sprain warning on, but I can't really afford to do that. But I do like to stay sort of on the left of these rocks, both sets of rocks in front of me, just in case. So as you'll see, the conditions are quite forgiving. As I said, this is a very easy setting for this challenge. That's the music to tell me it's nighttime. So the long dark music cues are quite nice. You get a music cue usually when it's changing from day to night. This is the nighttime music cue. When it's changing from night to day, day is dawning, and you also get music cues for things like the weather changing, I believe. Pretty sure when the music kicks in, the weather is about to change. There's also rumours that like crows flying overhead signal weather change as well, but those have never really been completely confirmed. I'm just being overly cautious. I'm pretty sure the bear won't be on my path, but I'm also going to risk breaking something going up this way. So there was one playthrough I remember when I was coming up here to Signal Hill, and the bear was literally prowling around the outside of the radio control hut, and I don't think that's normal. I think he probably followed me and I'd not noticed him. It was when I was a much there we go. Ah, that always startles me. I was a much less experienced player. Funny how it did that right when it was evening out, and I'm not going to have the sprain warning anymore. So when you sprain something like that, you get you not only have the sprain obviously, but you also get the pain as a limiting factor. So the edges of my screen are now blurred, and that's to imitate that pain is affecting your vision. If you're about to sleep or rest or anything, there's no point taking painkillers. Don't bother, because you're going to naturally heal that pain. Again, I'm taking a very conservative route because I don't have any way of, apart from the, I'm going to do some billy goating. I don't have anything to scare off anything. So this is quite often the way I approach the signal hut, though you can't go that way, remember. Just to get a good view. I think that absolutely that one freak occurrence of the bear being prowling around these gates has scarred me for life. Oh, it's this way. There we go. In the nick of time, because it's going to be night soon. If you find a rope, you can climb down at that point there. Anytime you see those rocks shaped like that, it means you can attach a rope and climb down. I'm going to get inside here. Usually on the left hand side of it here there is a burn barrel and some wood. And I think there's a coal bin. I thought there was a coal bin last time I was here, because they've been adding coal bins since they did the most recent update. Well, one of the more recent updates, they added coal bins outside of locations. I'm pretty sure I saw one there. Right, so this is this is going to be a challenge, because I forgot that I don't have a light source. I kind of want to keep the flares to. Just going to have a really quick look with a lit match to see if there's a lantern, so that I can no, so that I don't have to waste a flare.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Getting a lot of firearm cleaning kits. Okay, so is loot, and I can't repair. It's too dark. Can I? Oh, I was not expecting to be able to repair. Must be a little bit of light coming in here. Okay, well I got one thing repaired. Let's do some harvesting. There's certain things you can do in the dark, like harvest, sharpen weapons like knives and hatchets, rip apart clothing. Sounds like the weather's turned to crap. Things that you wouldn't expect to be able to do in the pitch black, which apparently you can, but you cannot repair. So I never really understood that. Like, yeah, can't repair well in the dark. You can't read, obviously, but I can do quite complicated things with tools. This gives me a really good chance to also get rid of some stuff. So, lockers are very handy. It used to be that quite often you would find somewhere and you would dump things you didn't want in a big pile on the ground. Don't need to do that. Oh, I'm not going to need to in these. Doubt I'm going to clean my weapon enough to need it. Just going to have a wee look. If I find 8 more rosehip, so 1 more bush, I can make rosehip tea, which would be handy. Gonna get rid of one of those. Yeah, I'm quite happy with my loot there. Okay, so if we look at the bottom left of my screen, we've got, sorry, I just ruined it. We've got about, we're not quite 3/4 tired yet, we're about 2/3 tired. So I'm going to do an 8-hour sleep and see where that gets me. And as you'll see, the calories burned rate is very low compared to most survivor modes. So I'd say the settings for some of these, for some of your needs are set to Pilgrim even, which is the easiest. Don't even need to do that. Easiest settings in the game. Right, let's check what time of day it is. So you can see that the sun, the top 3 little spikes of the sun are popping up. You kind of need the 2 spikes on the side of the sun to be popping up for you to have enough light to be considered to do anything. So I'm just going to pass time till I just see that spike. Here we go. And I can probably repair now. Cool. Right, so my lowest item is 60%. I wonder if I should just take that. Oh no. I don't know if there's any, it's not enough light in here to see anything. If there's any cloth in here at all. Right, I'd like to loot this place now, but it's still very dark. Let's sleep for an hour. See if it brightens up a little bit. I need to stay in here for 3 days, so I don't quite know why I'm getting everything, thinking about getting everything ready to leave. If you would look in the challenge here, I'm 0.5 of a day, so I'm going to want to stick around for 2.5 more days in here anyway.
This will come in handy.
Always check microwaves. Quite often there's cups of tea or coffee in there. There we go. Coffee is handy for when you're a bit tired but you need to keep going. Oh, fire striker. Sardines. There's a can of peaches, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and an MRE. Is that a can opener? Yeah, I already have one. What matches? Bottle. There's more coffee there. Don't know if I'll need more than 5 cups of coffee. I'm just going to grab it anyway for now, in case I decide to. I need to rally somewhere and it's still daylight. I think that's just. Oh, have I got a Parker on the chair there? Oh my god.
This will come in handy.
So that's what happens when you don't have a lantern. My eyes are obviously not good enough. I'm going to drop the Mariner's Peacoat. I can't bring myself to rip it apart because if something is horribly wrong, i.e. mauled by a bear, so I can get there, I can come back here and grab it. I don't like the idea of getting rid of such a good quality item. I am going to, however, rip apart these socks so that I can try and repair it a little bit. I must need 2. Okay. And we're just going to have a look. So we've got lockers here.
I think I can use
I'll
this.
probably rip apart the windbreaker. Must have done that one already. I don't really need leather. I'm not going to be desperate to rip apart them right now. Unfortunately, my own breath is obscuring my view a little bit. Oh, look. Here it is. Here we go. You guys probably saw that and were telling me if you watch this back. Oh, much better. Okay, so
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
I've got so many painkillers now. So lanterns are a godsend. It doesn't, like a lot of people do searching without them, but there's just little things in corners hidden behind things that you won't see without light. And I know some people with who play on PC that move their mouse around to see everything will, excuse me, that's my washing machine's finished, will find all sorts of things just by moving their mouse around the screen, moving the cursor around until they land on something. I find that a bit difficult. I don't always find everything, and then I come back to somewhere later and I'm like, oh my god, how long has that been there? See, look, there's a stim under the bed and some snow pants. Good lord, those are very good. And there's another, well, I knew that was there, but yeah, so there's stuff that you just wouldn't see, quite often. Forgot. See, there we go.
Thank you.
I now have a sprain risk, but that's okay. Okay, let's repair some clothing. Snow pants are great. So we want to do is put our snow pants on the outside and put our work pants on the inside. And we're going to harvest these jeans. I'm going to harvest this windbreaker. And I don't think I have anything else to harvest. Right, so we're going to repair the snow pants. My tummy's rumbling. And we're going to repair, I'm just going to repair the absolute lowest quality things once. And then if I still have, I think the coat might be more useful. If I still have cloth left after that, then I repair the next, you know, the lowest quality, or I repair things twice. 52% is not amazing, but I know wherever we go next, I'm sure I will find more cloth. Stims are really good for repairing, basically giving you a jolt of energy that helps you to climb things. They also help you to recover some life. If, for example, I get mauled by a bear, I can use a stim if I desperately need to, and it'll give me enough life to escape out of there.
I wonder if the owner's around.
Just going to load this revolver, which is why I equipped it in the first place. Apologies if I'm unconsciously occasionally sniffling. I've got a little bit of allergies at the moment. I am not. I'm negative for positive. Negative for COVID, so don't worry about that. But I do get quite bad seasonal allergies, and we're just changing into autumn here in New Zealand, and it is definitely getting to me. Okay, so I think I've looted everything. I don't think there's anything else that I can break down to get more cloth, to repair more items. I don't think there was any more cloth just lying around the floor. I could rip apart cardboard boxes if I felt like it. I don't know if there's cloth or I was to get tinder plugs out of these, but I don't know if there's anything in them think it's more the crates really that you usually find things in. And yeah, so if we look at, actually it's on the radial, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's only on the radial during story mode. It's just in the menu here, this little flag. So this will tell me 0.7 of 3. So really now my only real option is, quite boring probably to watch, is to sleep past time, sleep past time, sleep past time. So if I say past 6 hours of time, I'll get quite hungry. And then I'll eat and drink and I'll sleep. And then I'll pass time and I'll eat and drink and I'll sleep. If I had a book to read, I'd do that. If I had more cloth, I'd do more repairs. I could clean the gun. I've got...
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
I've got 83%. That's 81. If I had a hatchet or a knife, I could sharpen it because I've got a whetstone. I'll clean this for a minute. But there's stuff like that that you can do to pass time. I don't want to get below to the red zone on hungry because I'm going to have so much food available in this game. And I would like to get the well-fed bonus so I can just cart around extra crap, not have to loot so much. Yeah, so that's kind of the purpose of Nomad, unfortunately, and how you pass the time is just killing time until eventually you've accrued enough time in one location to move on. See? Right, so I can probably do an 8-hour sleep. Maybe 7, maybe 8. And then, yeah, unfortunately, it's passing time. And passing time in this game is playing cards, which you can do without any light whatsoever. It's a pretty bad storm outside, by the sounds of it. Yeah, and I mean, you're not going to be upskilling in a challenge unless, I mean, this is kind of set within the boundaries of Survivor, so I think you can upskill. But because you're not going to be spending a huge amount of time playing this game, playing this challenge, it's not really crucial. You're just really killing time. And it's just about getting from place to place. So this is a really, really good place to start if you don't know the maps that well and you want to get to know the game. Because you have to travel between all the major original maps of the game. And you just mainly need to hope that you have enough food to do this little game of passing time. I'm keeping myself way more fed than I need to be quite fair, but it's just something to do. So yeah, let's do another. You can kind of do 6-hour increments as long as you've got enough calories on board. 8-hour sleeps. And then we'll make our way to the next location as soon as we're done here. And then I'll probably call it a day and we'll pick up again in the next stream. I'm aiming to stream for about an hour today. Depends entirely on whether my daughter stays asleep. But I was going to look here. Right, so 1.8, so we're actually doing just fine. I'm just going to have another drink. If you need to get any more water, then you can pop outside to the burn barrel. So I went around the bathrooms. I think there's 2 bathrooms. Yeah, 2 bathrooms in the farmhouse where we started. And I collected all the water from the toilets, which sounds disgusting, but it's perfectly potable. And that way, when you do get to this first location, you've got I had 4 litres of water, so I'm not worrying about sitting outside boiling water, which is not time inside, accruing time towards the challenge. Ooh, another storm.
I'm starving.
No, you're not. You can also, what I just did there is I started eating and then I cancelled it, which means that you've got some of the food but not the entire item. means you can go back to it later. I just ate until I was a little bit further around the dial. So when I have finished my time at this location, I'm at 2.3. Ideally, I want to leave the hut when it's light. But if it's nighttime and it's not blowing a gale and my clothes are okay, later on in the challenge, I will probably just leave as soon as my time is through. We'll just see what kind of time I get. Like, I'm not really playing this to get the quickest time ever. I've seen people do incredible runs of this where they do their exact time, sprint all the way to the next one, work it out as they go, but I'll eat the rest of that now. Yeah, that's I'm not trying to beat a record. So you'll probably find, unfortunately, that after the sleep I will have beat my time, but it'll be in the middle of the night. So we're just going to have to see what kind of weather we've got outside. Oh, calm down. Yep, I got well fed. Done 3 days, an hour and 30, so I must be close. Yeah, 2.7. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be, unfortunately, in the night time when I finish my time here. I do know how to get from here to the mine entrance quite easily, because I'm going to go straight for the dam, I think, which I'm going to access through the cave. But sorry, I just lost my train of thought, got distracted by something. But that, unfortunately, I don't know how much I want to do, how much travel I want to do at night. 2.9, see? I think a point one of each day is a couple of hours, or, you know, if I actually thought about that, yes, it would make sense, wouldn't it, in terms of 24 hours in a day. But yeah, oh, I don't know about this. I think it has to be a nice clear night for me to sprint it. Because generally I just don't travel in blizzards all night. It's just, yeah, it's pretty dark. It's just not. Yes, there we go, I've got it now. Yeah, god damn it. Okay, let's go see what it's like outside. Oop, oop, oop. Little bunny, run, run, run. Oh, it's one of those weird foggy nights. Yeah, this is doable. Perfectly doable. I'm going to go for it. Zip, zip. If anyone plays this on PS5, I'd love to know if there's much difference to it. There are some loading and glitch issues occasionally on PS4. My longest running game, for example, I think because I did Faithful Cartographer and I looted everything that's possible to loot in the game, I think I freaked it out a little bit. And now every time it loads everything up, I get a lot of crashes. So I get, where are we going? My brain's, I'm suddenly realizing why the people that I watch stream and play on YouTube get so lost and confused at times, because you're trying to discuss stuff while you're actually playing a game. But yeah, the when the game saves, for example, when I'm entering a building, when I sleep, all of that stuff. Unfortunately, it crashes, so I get a blue screen of death on a PlayStation 4, which is not ideal. I wonder if I go up and over or I go down and around. Thinking about the bear here. Yeah, which is really unfortunate because that was going to be my run that I got to 500 days on, which I haven't done before. I think I've done 300-ish before. When I played, I did a little bit of that on PlayStation. I think I've done 100 days on PC at one point when I had access to a PC on a regular basis. When my husband worked shifts, I would use his PC, but I'm just checking. I'm a paranoid lady. Okay. Oop. Don't dive off. Thought I just heard the bear. No, thank you. This may come to an abrupt end when I actually get mauled by a bear because I'm talking and not paying attention. Yeah, so I've never done 500 days, and that was going to be my 500-day save file, but if you watch back my last stream video, it's on YouTube as well, here's the wolf. It's really freaking close. I don't have any crashes, but it's a very short stream because I played just to the point where I could save and keep checking, but every time I did sleep in that game and I was expecting it to crash, and unfortunately when a game crashes on PlayStation, the PlayStation itself crashes, which of course would crash the stream. I'm going to be able to get there, I think. So straight ahead of us there's these trees, and up to the right there is, I believe, the cave. I can go up there to get... the heck out of Dodge. I think. Oh, I may have misjudged this. I'm gonna probably get a sprain before I get to the cave entrance. Oh yes, this next lot here. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Here we go. Oh! I don't know about anybody else who plays The Long Dark, but when I get a sprain, oh, it startles me. I'm just gonna get in the cave and then I'll sort it out. I like the hobbling effect. It's very well done. Let's blow this joint. Get out of Pleasant Valley. Ah, that sweet cave sound. Right, so I'm safe in here, which is nice. And I'm glad that I've got that lantern because now I'm going to need it. I like the little cans all over the game. We get an achievement. I'm not sure if that's true, but I've never tried to look at them all or find them all. It must be quite fun. There's probably maps out there where you can find them all. Some of them, the person who obviously donated or backed the game to get a can never gave the devs a message. Oh, there we go. It says Kaplan's can. Some of them, yeah, it's obvious that they've never actually done anything, but yeah. Gonna get some coal. Right, get out of here. I keep wanting to say this, blow this joint. I don't know who I am. I'm not that kind of person. There's lots of little side rooms in this cave where you can get coal, etc. Quite often in caves there is a dead person and a fire. So here's a fire and a dead person and some loot. And this is one of the main things in the long dark that makes me laugh. Baseball caps. 1, you would never want one in an apocalypse. 2, they are flat. It actually says, why would anyone wear one of these in the winter? Here we go. One way to not repair your bedroll is to just pick up the next one you find. Well, it's the same with everything really. If you find any sort of item that is like that, like clothing or anything, if you find a better one and you haven't had time to repair anything, dump it, replace it. I know a lot of people who play that way and don't even repair. Just walk until they find the next
anything right now.
item. Oh, I can't remember. I think, is it down or is it... Let's see. One thing I hate, like at the lesser known locations, like maps I haven't been to as well, when I get into a cave and I'm like, ah crap, I have no idea where I'm going. This one's usually quite straightforward, and I mean this is a dead end, but it's quite useful because of the coal, but occasionally you get into a cave and you're just like, oh my god, there are too many possibilities, where do I go? Some amazing caves in this game though. If you go to like Hush River Valley, there's some ice caves which are beautiful. And there is, I think, I don't know if it's the ice cave or a different cave. There's a cave with a wolf still in it. There was the long-running Fluffy in the dam, which was a nickname people gave to a wolf that was running around in the Carter Hydro Dam. But he's gone now. He, she. Oh, dead? Somebody's come through. Oh, fine. Anything else in here? Oh, more coal. We don't need all this coal, but I like coal. It's a nice way to have a good fire going. Yeah, so Fluffy's gone. But there is a wolf still that can get you in one of the ice caves. I think it's an ice cave. This cave is actually usually easier because if you travel through it in the daylight, you can just follow the patches of daylight that are coming through from outside, such as some of these areas here have these holes to outside, and if you see that daylight then and you're looking left and right, oh here we go, you know which way to go. Cool. Winding river. Do want to get to the dam, and then I will probably call it end of the stream, because I need to eat something before my daughter wakes up. But I will definitely be streaming again, perhaps on Friday of this week, which would be Thursday for quite a lot of people. Have I walked the wrong way? See, I'm tired, and I oh boy. Whenever I'm watching streams of The Long Dark, I'm like, these people don't know where the hell they're going. How do they not know where the hell they're going? I'll tell ya. It's because you've got people watching you. Well, I don't, but it's that feeling of I need to know what I'm doing. Never particularly liked this map. Always found it a bit confusing. And there's really only a few ways you can go. Surprisingly not too cold, but again that is the low difficulty settings applied to this challenge. You kind of don't need to worry too much about managing cold, whereas in the majority of other difficulty settings or challenge settings, cold is definitely something you need to worry about because it will kill you the fastest by far. These bunnies. We chase these bunnies up ahead. Looks like kind of a foggy, icy foggy sort of night. If I chase these bunnies towards any potential wolf, that would be good for me. Got my revolver out just in case. It's mainly just to scare him off or shoot him if I have to. Go bunny, run, run, run. Thank you. What about you? Oh, you've also gone running, that's good. Run, bunny, run. Run, bunny, run. Oh, the wolf is running. Okay. Again, easy difficulty settings. The wolf has probably got his fear set to quite high. As long as he's not run up the path that I'm about to take. Here's the dam up ahead. You can kind of see it coming into view. And to get into the dam, I've got to follow this little path up here. Howly, howly. Now, I was watching a streamer slash YouTuber that I follow who is a Long Dark legend. I'm going to say his name wrong. I'm just going to call him Zach. He's Norwegian. He's fantastic. His channel is ZAKNAFEIN or Style before that as well. But if you just search Zaknafein, I'm 100% sure how to say it. I apologise, Zach, if you ever come across this, but he was saying that someone had told him that sometimes when the wolves howl, if they're close enough to a transition map or to the edge of a map, a wolf will howl back from the neighbouring map. Even though they're not going to obviously respond and come get you, but it's just like an atmospheric thing. And how cool is that? Finterland have put that into the game. That is very cool. Because quite often when you hear a wolf howl, it's for you to know how far away they are, and they're also going to be howling to and from each other, so you can tell how many there are. It's very cool.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
So, this is the dam. That was a fly flying past my microphone, by the way. They're buzzing. The dam is fantastic. This is an exit door for the dam only. You cannot go back in this way. I remember the very first time I played the dam and I came out that door by accident and was basically stumped as to what the hell I'm supposed to do. But unfortunately, what you do have to do is walk along the edge of the front of the dam and try not to die. I'd be very sad if this challenge was over because I misjudged it. Okay, the music is not helping. Fell to my death. I think I've seen people sprint across this before, but no, thank you. I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna go in the gate. Cool, and I don't need to, but I'm gonna go down here. These tubes quite often have shit in them. Oh, stuff in them. I don't know if I'm gonna swear on this channel or not. Don't know if that becomes a thing for Twitch. I suppose it probably becomes a thing for YouTube. Anything in here? Can't really see anything. That one? This one? Nope, and I don't care enough to go down and make sure. Oh, stuck. So yeah, the way you get in the dam is once you've come across there, there's a deer carcass here, and you go up. Backpack.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Would ya? Well, you're gonna eat very shortly. And then, yeah, you just look towards this broken window, because obviously your character's gonna climb in. And climb in. I'm gonna hope that the PlayStation doesn't crash. I'm gonna feed her. And I'm gonna very briefly sleep on the floor to save my game. I should have probably done it with the light. Looked with the light on for a good spot. What am I doing? Oh, I'm such a doofus. Where is it? No, there. Okay, we're gonna eat. I'm gonna really quickly save, and then I'm gonna call this stream to a close for today. Real quick 1 hour sleep. But if you do encounter this by my channel and watch this video afterwards, or you watch this video on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will continue this challenge with the long dark very soon. Thanks very much.